So anyway, I want to show you this thing that happened with Tim Tebow, okay? And most people know it. I didn't know it, but everybody knew it, right? Not everybody, but a few people knew it. They was like, oh yeah, I heard about that. And I'm like, why isn't this like very popular, you know, of what happened with Tim Tebow? So let's look at what happened with him, okay? I have the paper here. I was gonna make copies for everybody, but this is Tim Tebow, and as you can see, he has on his face painted John 3:16. John 3:16. He has painted on his face. And let's look at this. It was on January 8th. It was on January 8th that he played the national championship in 2009, right? Okay. That night he wore John 3:16 on his face. Okay? After they won the national championship, he was sitting with, I think, the school's publicist and his family, and the guy came in and said, gave his coach a call and said, and he was like, something serious on the phone. So he said, what happened? He says, you wore John 3:16 written on your eyes that night. And he said, the guy just told me 94 million people Googled John 3:16 during the game. So during the game, 94 million people, okay, Googled John 3:16. He just decided to put that on his face to honor God, right? Okay. January 8th, 2012, exactly 3 years later, he's playing in the NFL now. And they win the game, a playoff game, against the Steelers. He won the game, but that wasn't the big thing. The guy came and said, Tim, you don't know what just happened. And he's like, yeah, we won the game. We get to go play the Patriots next week. He says, it's good. And he says, no, you don't really understand what happened. He said, Tim, this is exactly 3 years from the time you wore John 3:16 on your face and you won the national championship. He said, tonight you threw for 316 yards. Wow. That wasn't it. He said also, you had a passer rating of 31.6. And he said the time of possession for the offense was 31 minutes and 6 seconds. And he said the TV rating was 31.6. And he said you ran the ball for 3.16 yards. Okay? Now, is that an accident?
No.
Or is that God speaking to him? Now, let me tell you what Tim Tebow doesn't know because he doesn't study Hebrew. So on April, so 7 days before that, I went on a fast. It was Wednesday night, April 13th, okay? 2016. And what happens? This was the end of my fast on this day. And I wanted to show the church what God had shown me. What did God show me? God showed me this. Here, put that up there, because they need to know this happened on the same night. Okay? God showed me, he says, it will be as it was in the days of Noah. Noah was 600 years old, and on the second month of the 17th day, the flood happened. Okay? It's in the 6,000th year, in the 17th year, which you're about to be in, Sandy, because we were in 2016 at the time, he said there's going to be a flood. Okay? So, this was amazing to me because I knew that 2017 would be the 120th Jubilee. Okay? Also, for Noah, it was the 120th day and the flood started, and I knew that year was going to be the 120th Jubilee. So I'm like, 2017 is the year. The flood happened on the 17th day. Here comes the flood. Okay? So, I said to the Lord, I want to wait till Sunday to speak on this. And the Lord said, no, I want you to speak on it tonight. It was April 13th. So I couldn't watch the game. It was a big deal, right? Kobe's last game of the season. Kobe scores 60 points. And the Lakers win their 17th game. So while he's hitting 60 points to win the 17th game, I'm teaching 6,617th, the flood's coming. On the same night. I get to work and the Lord's like, here's your confirmation. And I'm like, Kobe hit 60 points for the 17th win, 6,000 on the 17th the flood started, 600 on the 17th the flood started, 6,000 years 2017 the flood started, 60 and Kobe hit 17 points.
The Lakers down one. Will Kobe give them one last gamer? Bryant on the move with the jumper. He got it!